SportsCenter.
As the season enters its stretch run, who's hot? Who's not in baseball's chaotic wild card races? Is Terrell Owens up to old tricks in Big D? Why the Cowboys have reportedly decided to fine Owens. But first, push to a playoff at Firestone. How Tiger Woods survives Sunday's sudden death.
I guess hello world, huh?
Hello, SportsCenter Nation. On the tee with John Anderson, I'm John Buccigross. Tiger Woods said hello world 10 years ago, and the tour player giggled at the 20-year-old's embrace of corporate America, dismissed his first-only mentality, and scoffed at the predictions of his pop. Then Woods teed it up and beat everything but the kitchen sink.
Everything. Well, kitchen sink, no. Stewart sink, yeah. Although that became a bit of a chore at the Bridgestone Invitational. Tiger entering the final round, a stroke off the lead after a rough Saturday at Firestone. But lo and behold, they get to 16. He's up 3 shots with 3 to go. This is a lot. Bet your mother or some other level. Woods at -11, though. Uh-oh. The tee shot. Woody, that's in the lumberyard. He would have to wedge out from the rough. He goes over the green, finally on in 4. Yeah, that's not so happy. Stewart sink, meanwhile. 3 back on the tee, right? 667 yards ago. That's a 4, and he's now at 9 under. Meanwhile, Woods, 4 feet, and on a par 5-6 is never a good score. So the lead is 1. We go to 17 and sink. Chance for another tweeter from 20 feet, and the lead that was 3 and then 1 is the lead is now gone. Sink. Woods tied at -10. We go to the 18th. Sink did well actually get his ball out of the rough and to that point on the green for about 90 feet. Keep on coming, honey. That's to about 4 feet. Not exactly a gimme when there's a tournament on the line. Woods on 18. Yeah, he certainly didn't bruise the ball here. Comes up about 1.5 yards shy, but Woods and Sink both would clean those up, resume breathing, and go to a sudden death playoff. First playoff hole. Let's do 18 again. Tiger 9-1 in his career during the playoffs, including 7 extra hole win over Jim Furyk there in 2001. And if you're just judging by body language here on 18, it appears to me not so good for Tiger.
See how high the divot went.
Flies the green. That's going to be a tough one for old Sparky there. But on the 3rd shot from the rough, big downslope, who's better than him? Absolutely brilliant to 5 feet. And, of course, he'd make that to save par. Sink's 3rd shot, meanwhile, that's for the win. Oh, so close, burns the edge. So Woods, the 4-peat, still very much alive after matching pars on 17. We'll play 18 again. Woods for par. Again, a little, who would think that ball would stay short of the cup? Certainly not Eldrick. He bogeys. Sink then trying to 2-putt from 90 feet again. No sail for the 2004 Firestone champ. We're going to go to a 4th playoff hole. We go back to 17. Now it's raining. Cats hate water. Tiger's like 166 yards. We'll just stuff this and get in the house. Everybody will be happy. Give me a check worth $1.3 million. He finds shelter. Sink, who found the rough off the tee from 147 yards. Looks pretty good through the rain, though. You can't see it. It's into the cat box, the bunker there just in front of the green. Lightens up by the time they get there. Sink's 3rd from the bunker. Checks up nice, but a bit far. That's about 6 feet. So this time he has to watch Woods for birdie in the wind. Yeah, the end is near. On the 4th playoff hole, Woods buries it for his 4th straight win, 5th win at the South Course, most at any course he's played. Win number 52 for Tiger. 13th time he has come from behind in the final round to win. 7 of those, including this one, have come in a playoff, and his numbers at Firestone are just silly. First, 4th, 2nd, 1st. Woods, Sink, Furyk, Toms, Henry make it 5 members of the U.S. Ryder Cup team in the top 10. Well, it has certainly been a bountiful decade for Woods, although he has receded in at least one area since Milwaukee 96. Tiger?
My hairline used to be further up. But days like today, you understand why it's, I'm doing the moonwalk. So, hey, it's just happy to come out on top because, as I said, I didn't really have my game today. And I was just trying to hang around with my putter. And I did did that on the back nine and made some nice putts. So all in all, very, very lucky.
Well, since Tiger missed that U.S. Open cut, runner-up the Western, then British win, Buick win, PJ win, Bridgestone win. 7th-time in Tour history a player has won 4 straight starts. Tiger's done it twice. Over those 4 tourneys, he's carded totals of 18 under, 24 under, 18 under, 10 under. That's 16 rounds, a total of 80 under par. Man likes, well, he's in the red always. And his 52nd career win ties him with Byron Nelson for 5th all-time. Next up on the wins list, Arnie at 62. Andy North on Tiger's current roll.
John, Tiger's now on his last 4 starts. He's done it so many different ways. We saw at the British Open, just unbelievable ball striking, keeping the ball short of the bunkers. The next week he drove it very, very long, led the Buick Open in driving distance and won the tournament. Then at the PGA, we saw him play so differently. Saturday, hit the ball beautifully. Sunday, did it with a lot of putting. And then this week, it was just pure guts and proving that you're the best player in the world. He was fortunate that Stuart Sink gave him some opportunities, but then he took advantage of it and got it done at the end. I mean, the guy gets it done any way possible.
The World Golf Championships are just a step below the majors and the Players' Championships. So we got big events, crazy money, and it's definitely Tiger's world. Woods now with 11 titles in 21 WGC starts. Next on the list, Darren Clarke. He has 2. 9 other golfers have 1. So recapping, Tiger 11, World 11. 13 starts, 5 wins so far this season. 3 more scheduled events for Tiger on the PGA Tour. This week, his tournament, Deutsche Bank, up in Boston, where he's never won. At the end of September, another WGC event, America Express Championship. He's won that 4 times already, and he'll close out the year with the Tour Championship, an event he hasn't won since 1999. Bit of a drought there, and don't forget, September 22nd to the 24th, toss in a little Ryder Cup play.
Goodbye, world. All right, Twins and White Sox are on Tiger's tail. Not the best golfer ever, but the best team in baseball this year. We'll get to the baseball Tigers in a second. Mark Buehrle, 5th in Cy Young voting last year, 1-7 last 10 starts. Off to a rough start against the Twins. Top 1, Michael Kadire has been hot, 87 RBIs. Twins lead 1-0. Bottom 1 now. White Sox try to come back, and look at Nick Punto start the 5-4-3. This Twin team can hit, they can pitch, they can play defense. That's why they're good. Top 2, here comes Mark Buehrle baseball. Work quickly, throw strikes. He said afterwards it was louder than it was during the World Series on Sunday. Wow. All right, Carlos Silva, he's in that Josh Beckett, Jason Marquis land, giving up lots of home run. A.J. Przinsky was born on Tiger Woods' first birthday. December 30th, 1976.
Oh.
That's a 1-wood persimmon hit on the screws. 4-1 White Sox. Joe Creedy, you know, as Scott Boras is his agent, he signed a 1-year deal before this year. Good move, Scott.
Ching, ching.
He's going to get some cash over the winter. Silva allows 3 more home runs in this one. Buehrle, this is 2005 Chicago White Sox baseball. Buehrle, home runs, victories. 2 hours and 21 minutes, baby. White Sox win 6-1. They avoid the sweep. So Chicago's win does avoid that sweep. They actually outscored the Twins 17-14. Both the Twins' wins were by a single run. Little leaguers always stress the 2-out lightning, the 2-out rally, important in the majors as well. Of the Twins' 14 runs in the series, 7 of them came with 2 outs. Timely hitting, good hitting. No Jim Thome for the White Sox at the 4th straight game. Still had 3 home runs on Sunday, 9 in the series. Hey, Steve Phillips, how important was this win for Chicago?
The White Sox win against the Twins was critical today because they couldn't fall 2.5 games behind in the wild card race, but also because of the performance of Mark Buehrle. They need Mark Buehrle to be right if the White Sox are going to have a chance down the stretch. He pitched 7 1/3 innings today, and he looked like the old Mark Buehrle. The cutter was cutting in, jamming Twins hitters, and ultimately was a big difference in that game. So a big win for the White Sox and a bigger win for Mark Buehrle.
Indians finally getting it together. 13-4, their last 17, going for the sweep of the Tigers. Good news for the White Sox and Twins. However, Curtis Granderson entered with 7 extra base hits this year against left-handed pitching, hitting just 200 as well, but here, fold and stuff. That's a home run off a lefty, Cliff Lee. Kenny Rogers says, I want to be the one to stop the 4-game losing streak. However, Victor Martinez's strong season continues, ties it at 1. Location, Kenny Rogers had it, trying to go 14-6 on the year, out of the jam there. Marcus Thames patiently homers. 110th homer for the Tigers since the Jake Open in '94, the most by any opponent. Meanwhile, Rogers locating. He got 14 ground ball outs, 4 fly ball outs. That's when he is going. Top of 4. Sean Casey believes he has extra base hits. Grady Sizemore catches it. Casey once again runs around the bases just in case the ball fell in. All right, 7th inning again. Rogers to the youngster Andy Marte. Ground ball out. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, 3 Ks for Rogers. 8th inning, Pudge. Lifetime 304 hitter. He's 678 hits away from 3,000. He'll get there. Tigers got Monday off. Then they go to the stadium for 3. Robertson, Maroth, and Bonderman. So a 5-game lead over the Twins in the AL Central, but a tough series ahead, as we mentioned, as they go to New York to face the Yankees starting Tuesday. Twins and White Sox are at home. Twins hosting the Royals, while the White Sox host the Devil Rays.
Well, plenty more baseball on deck inside this edition of SportsCenter, including why, if Sunday's action is any indication, a certain dark horse could wind up winning the National League wild card race. And enough already about Matt Leinart and Vince Young. Coming up with the Broncos' new guy have another impressive outing in Denver. John Elway's playing Denver, you may recall. Speaking of new guy, up next, find out why the Cowboys have reportedly fined their new superstar close to 10,000 simoleons.
Announcing the Subaru all-wheel deal model year clearance. There's never been a better time to buy the Subaru Outback and Forester. Right now, get an Outback 2.5i with amazing 0% APR financing and $2,000 cash back. The all-wheel drive Outback and Forester. Both are great alternatives to gas-guzzling SUVs, and they have a 5-star crash test rating.
Every day is a winding road.
Hurry! 0% APR financing and $2,000 cash back ends September 5th.
Planet of the Apes. With 1, 2 free, earn 1 free rental day when you make 2 qualifying rentals. Visit nationalcar.com for details.
For most of you, he's a friend.
Their greatest mentor.
He knows how you think, he knows how you operate, and he will use that against you.
Is now their prime suspect. Michael Douglas, Kiefer Sutherland, Eva Longoria. The Sentinel. On a Tuesday.
SportsCenter, brought to you by Crossover. In theaters September 1st. Tune in August 29th for the MVP Street Ball Special. And National. Green means go.
September 17th, 1990. Denver safety Steve Atwater levels the Nigerian nightmare, Christian Okoye.
Okoye really gets banged back at the 14, and who else could do that but Atwater?
I don't know if Frank Okoye has ever gone backwards like that.
Fine, but not dandy. According to the Dallas Morning News, the Cowboys have fined Terrell Owens $9,500 for missing one meeting, one rehab session, and being late to another. When Owens signed with the Cowboys back in March, he said at his news conference to his owner, Jerry Jones, quote, "I won't let you down." Owens has missed 19 of 31 practices since the start of training camp due to a strained left hamstring. His 3-year contract includes no language that could penalize him further for violating any team rules. John Clayton, what's next in Dallas?
The story now that Terrell Owens has been fined $9,500 for blowing a rehab assignment and also missing a meeting is just another sign that this is a test of what Bill Parcells is going to try to do to him as a player. Now, the problem's going to be that T.O. still wants to play in the opener, but he doesn't obviously want to be part of the exhibition season, and he doesn't probably want to be part of practice. But Parcells has to set down the law. What is that law going to be? The likelihood is the longer the T.O. stays off the field, both on practice and in games, the likelihood is that Bill Parcells will make him a backup for the start of the season. He's too valuable a player to sit him out, but nevertheless, he can't earn a starting job when you're not on the field, and T.O. hasn't been on the field.
August and everything after. Back on August 2nd, he felt that twinge in his hammy, causing him to miss practice the next day and the day after that, until he didn't return until the 16th. 8 days later, he missed practice again and hasn't been back since.
Through the baseball race out west, it's an excellent one. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Livan Hernandez, 7-11 lifetime against the Bums. 0-for-1 in this series as a pinch hitter. Here, Rafael Furcal. That is deep. It's going to bounce around. Furcal's a team not worried about the sweep at the hands of San Diego there. 2 runs will score. Dodgers led 2-1. Then Wilson Betemit. Oh, he's the pool boy. Number 15 is moist in a 2-run shot. Eric Burns, apparently he's not happy that they're now down 5-2. Look at Burns. He's up there, gave great effort, and then, you know, those things cost $9. You can't just be tossing them around. Later in the 6th, we call hard ground ball, but look at Connor Jackson's spirit. And then they work on that thing in spring training. Yeah. Pitcher covering. Good work by Hernandez. Bottom 6 now, men on the corners. Chad Billingsley gets Christopher Ryan Snyder. You get in his house right now. 6-4-3 double play. Billingsley went 7 innings, allowed just 2 runs. Bottom 9, D-backs down 6-3. They've got runners in scoring position, but the O-Dogs cannot come through. Dodgers hold on to win it 6-3. They are bearing away the Diamondbacks.
All right, Pods are chasing the Dodgers in the NL West. And also the Reds in the wild card. Jake Peavy going 2-1 in 3 starts, allowing 5 runs in that stretch. Kaz Matsui, the batter, to left. Look at Manny Alexander with a great catch. It's nice. Still 1-0 Colorado. Matt Holliday, his splits this year, 367 at home, 292 on the road. 24th of the year, Aaron Cook pitching real well for 8 innings. Rockies lead 5-0. Check this out. Todd Helton against Brian Sweeney. Helton strikes out, and we have a Judd Heathcote moment here, Johnny. Check this out. Helmet will get thrown down and strike. Oh, boy. There it is again. Oh boy. All right, been a very interesting month in the NL West. On the morning of August 1st, the Padres led the division by a game over the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers in last place, but just 5 games back in the remaining division. Now, here's how the month has played out for the Padres, however. 11 wins in 25 games. L.A., they've been fantastic since the All-Star break. They bumped a bit early. In August alone, 18-7. What a difference 27 days can make. Taking a look at the standings after Sunday's game, the Dodgers lead the division, and the Padres by 2 games.
Reds, Giants, San Francisco not out of it in the West. Cincy continues to hang tight in the Central. That's Kyle Loesch. He played there at the New Britain. Bottom first, no score. 2 outs. Ray Durham. A little 2-out lightning right there. That'll get you to heaven. Shea Hillenbrand will score 1-0 in favor of the Giants. Bottom, second 2 on for Omar Vizquel. Again against Loesch. And again 2 outs. And again, Giants hitters coming through. Oh, the Gork. The duck snort. The bleeder. It's in. Feliz Alfonso will score 3-0 Giants, who have won 10 of 13 entering. Look at this, 2 outs. That can't be good for Loesch. Feliz.
Is that more hard hitting?
That's down right there. Barry Bonds hustling home, 5-0 Giants. 4 of the first 5 runs come with 2 outs. Meanwhile, Matt Cain dealing zeros. And Griffey Jr. always looks good, even striking out. Adam Dunn, big, strong miss. Cain, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 9 Ks, no earned run. 124 pitches, sit down, let Barry take over. Barry rips one there. He was 3 for 3. And the Reds lose 3 of 4 in San Francisco. 8-0 the final there. Wild card standings then in the National League. Yeah, we got those. Giants win over the Reds, pulls them to within 2 games. Gents also 3.5 back in the NL West race. Phillies, Mets rained out. So Philly, 1 out. Cincy going to L.A. on Monday. Giants visiting Atlanta starting Tuesday. As for the leaders in the Central, that'd be your Cards. 2 games clear. 14.5 up on the rival Cubbies right here. Bottom 1. Cardinals down 2-0 with 2 outs. Scott Rowland. Base knock, right? Whoop, Jock Joe. Oh, he overruns that. Preston Wilson will score. And Rowland, this is not an inside the park home run, but he's going to give full effort anyway. He's in there. Big air charge to Jones, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Top 2 here on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. Ramos Ramirez, broken bat. Rowland is so good.
No one's better.
Oh, Philly fans, every time he does something like that, just
for the bat.
winces. Yeah, look out for the, yeah, heads up. Wait. Oh, yeah, everything's fine. There's no threat there.
Helmets, bats.
Bottom of the 8th, game tied at 6. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Chris Duncan struck out by Will Ullman. That ends the inning. Bottom 9, same score. Bases chucked, 2 outs. Gary Bennett, big swinger, had the big hit and a big spot at Wrigley in the Cubs card series just before this, and comes through with the go homer, the money ball, and the Cards win a wonderfully exciting game, 10-6. How about Bennett? His first career grand slam, second career walk-off homer. Excellent work. Bennett's the 5th walk-off grand slam in the majors this year, and this guy can't hold a job. Cards are his 7th team since 2001, but he comes through on this night, and the Cards open up a 3-game lead on Cincy.
Can you describe this guy for me?
That's officially called pain right there. That's some things you'd rather forget. Sometimes it's better to not have options with your hair.
Coming up, one of the more compelling athletes of our time, Andre Agassi, offers an explanation of what it makes it so tough for a superstar to retire. And Jake Plummer getting pushed this preseason by the Broncos' top pick. Up next, Jay Cutler looks to improve upon his already eye-opening preseason in Denver. Football highlights next. Watch this.
What's going on? I don't know. We never played this late before.
We gotta be more efficient. What would Shuford do?
We gotta think big. What would Carter Litwin do?
What would Watkins Worldwide do?
We've got to be more nimble.
What would those guys at Hornstein do?
Visa helps make businesses of any size more efficient, whether your company's big or just your ideas are. Your business is your life. Life takes Visa.
With over 1.5 million vehicle listings to choose from on Cars.com, you can find the right car for you.
That's it.
Find the right car for you. Cars.com.
This fall, ESPN's got your game. Up to 150 extra college football games with the exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. ESPN Game Plan is available on TV and online. To order, call your pay-per-view provider or go to ESPN.com. Search Game Plan.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is on now. Check out the roomy Tundra Double Cab. And it's a great time to buy the unstoppable Tundra. Right now, get $299 a month for 36 months with $699 due at signing on Tundra Double Cab. Or get $2,500 customer cash or 0% APR for 48 months on the rugged Tundra. And get $2,000 customer cash on the versatile 4Runner. The clock's ticking. Catch the Toyota Time nationwide clearance event today. Toyota, moving forward.
We have so much at Goods. Our Broyhill store is larger than most furniture stores, and that's just one of the stores we have on our whole big furniture campus. Attic Heirlooms is a great design, looks like antique furniture, but what I really like about it is you get the quality of new furniture. Broyhill is just a great value. I mean, the designs are great, the prices are great, and we're lucky to have a Broyhill store right at Goods.
Texans, Broncos, the realest of preseason games. They played it on a Sunday. Houston coach Gary Kubiak, longtime Mike Shanahan offensive coordinator, so everybody knows each other. Very happy, very jovial. Javon Walker. Oh, not another guy on a bike. First drive of the game, Jake Plummer finds Walker for his first catch in a Broncos uniform, and the ACL holds up just fine later in the first quarter. Plummer again, 10 for 22, 96 yards to Walker again. Number 84, 3 catches, 41 yards. Later in the first, still scoreless. 3rd and 4 for the Texans, their own 48. David Carr sacked by Ebenezer Ekiabon for a loss of 7. Well, Carr's not happy about that. Remember the rest of the guy. Carr sacked a lot last year. Second quarter, Tatum Bell, ride him, Cowboy. He's in. He had 10 attempts, 36 yards. Mike Bell fighting for that starting job. 9 attempts, 20 yards. Fourth quarter, Bell, sitting down. Jay Cutler, rookie, come on in. How you got it? Nate Jackson, open. Number 6, delivers. I don't think they'll let you wear number 7 anymore, so you can wear number 6. Cutler, 5 of 9, 69 yards. And then, Pig Suey. Look at big Cedric Cobbs go up the middle for the score. Broncos go on to win the 17-14. Don't be afraid. Don't be, I forget. We'll keep reading. Later in SportsCenter, Javon Walker played just one game for the Packers last season in the NFL. Still, he's the difference maker in Denver this season. That's ahead in SportsCenter.
All right, back to baseball. Yankees led the Red Sox by 5.5 when Sunday's play began. Derek Jeter was thrown out and hit Saturday. Juan Rivera was thrown out and missed. Jeter says, "I'll do the hitting today, thank you very much." Hitting .262 in August, that's a homer. Jeet, 3 for 5, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Alex Rodriguez Rodriguez. He's going to have to change his nickname from A-Rod to K-Rod. Let's flashback, first of all, his last couple of games. I mean, this is a guy who had a career high in Ks last year at up 139. This year, we're projecting the over-under at about 150. K-Rod meet K-Rod. Give me 37 Advil. Call me in the morning. Meanwhile, on Sunday, here we go again. Strikes out. Now, top of 3-0 Yankees. We're going to go with the shades this time. See if that will help. Oh, yeah. Beats in the dirt. It goes up the middle.
Close your eyes, Wing.
Alex 1 for 5, hitting 279. Yankees leading 5-0 at this juncture. Bernie took the hanging curveball and deposits it. Second homer of the game. What a great day for Bernie on a beautiful day in Southern California. 8-0. 4 for 5, 6 RBIs. Derek Jeter won a Gold Glove last year. Won the year before, and that is gorgeous. Hey, Jeff Karstens, we didn't forget about you. First Major League win. Yankees win. Well, again, we're going to call him the new K-Rod. Over the last 7 games, Alex Rodriguez has gone 4 for 28 with 16 strikeouts. He has struck out 3 times in a game, 4 times, and over his last 17 plate appearances, just 1 hit, 12 Ks, again on his way to a career high in punch-outs. Oakland A's had an easy August schedule, and they're taking advantage. 18-5 in August. Try to sweep the Rangers. There's Denny Herron. I mean, look at those numbers. That'll make Billy Bean salivate. Bottom 1, Gary Matthews Jr. swinging. Mark Teixeira, no. 12 strikeouts in the game for Herron. Hey, Matty Stairs, he's Canadian. He likes the hockey. 10th of the year, and the Rangers lead 2-0. Top of the 3rd. Same score. Vicente Padilla against Mark Ellis, and we know if it goes in the air in Texas, that fella's catching it.
Yeah, he catches a lot.
14 might bring home a Gold Glove this year, I think. Top of 4, A's down 3-0. Nick Swisher. Oh, that looked off the plate. Nick believed it was off the plate. 5th inning. Rangers up 3-0. Padilla in a bit of a trouble, but he goes high cheese on Kendall. And then more cheese to Kotze. 5.5 lead for the Athletics despite the loss in the AL West. Rangers win. Straight ahead, why the real wild card in the NL could be the Marlins. Fish going with the walk-off on Sunday. And the end of an era begins Monday. Up next, why Andre Agassi can't wait to play in his final U.S. Open. Plus, is Carson Palmer ready to play ball or still worried about his knee? Hear for yourself next.
Honey, which color do you like better, the white or the ivory?
Well,
oh, look, this one comes with a crumb tray.
Riveting stuff, isn't it? Which one will she go for? Yeah, this is far more suspenseful than us analyzing 2 powerhouses colliding in Austin. Isn't that right, guys? Man, I hope she goes for the crumb tray.
ESPN College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Now starting at 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturdays.
Still no air.
We're burning up in here, man. What are you doing?
No touch light. Agree? No touch. No touch! No touch light.
When the situation calls for cold refreshment, call for Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Taste the cold.
Ah, no touch.
Fast, agile, elusive, and made with carbon fiber. The same lightweight, extremely strong material can also be found in Goodyear Eagle Response Edge tires. The carbon fiber reinforced outer sidewall helps keep more tire tread on the road for enhanced stability and control. Our insulator made with Kevlar gives you a comfortable ride. Carbon fiber. It's not just for high-tech covert aircraft anymore. Only from Goodyear.
Announcing the Subaru All-Wheel Deal Model Year Clearance. There's never been a better time to lease the fuel-efficient all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy and Impreza. Right now, lease an Impreza 2.5i for only $169 per month for 48 months. The Legacy and Impreza, both with a top safety pick gold rating and the safety of all-wheel drive standard.
Every day is a winding road.
Hurry, the $169 per month lease ends September 5th.
if you stink, it wouldn't matter if you were the last guy on Earth. Try new long-lasting Red Zone Clear Gel from Old Spice, our strongest clear gel ever.
Extra Spearmint presents remarkably long-lasting moments.
Over, then under, over, then under, over, then under, over, then under, over, then under.
For a flavor that never gives up, try Extra Spearmint, remarkably long-lasting.
Wow, this one really brings out the color in your beak.
On SportsCenter, as the one-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina approaches, don't miss the inspiring story of 10 young men, their homes and schools leveled, brought together by basketball. Patchwork collection of Me First athletes banding together to form Louisiana's most unlikely state championship team.
To me, they're heroes because they set aside themselves to do something that collectively was better for everyone.
All right, the winner of this Detroit-Connecticut Eastern Conference final game advances to play Sacramento in the WNBA final. Early first, All-Star Game MVP Katie Douglas hits the three. She had 9. Later in the first, Win Cash would take over for the shot. Beautiful move on the jumper. Then again, wide open. Pronates and hits. 16 and 8 for Cash, who was money. Closing seconds of the third shot, up 18. Aaron Phillips inbound. Hodge and William Franklin, but Cheryl Ford blocks it to end the quarter. Then Cash to Katie Smith. 16 shot win, advanced their way to the WNBA final with a 79-55 win. Won the Eastern Conference with their victory over the Sun, and again, now head home to host the Sacramento Monarchs in Game 1 WNBA Finals on Wednesday night. You can see that game and the entire WNBA Finals on ESPN 2. Finally, at age 36, 20 years as a pro, the treads on the tennis shoes are as bald as the head. Andre Agassi closing his brilliant career with one last run at the U.S. Open. His retirement tournament could last 3 sets, or given the energy and annual outpouring of love he gets from the New York crowd, it could go the full 2 weeks. Agassi got rich selling image is everything and spent most every day after that proving his life was far different and deeper than those 3 words. Agassi, athlete, husband, father, philanthropist, returns questions from Rachel Nichols in our Sunday conversation.
Describe the process of deciding to retire.
For me, it's just been that feeling of being ordinary. I'm used to getting out there and at least having the chance that if things came together, I can win, you know. I think when you ultimately look in the mirror and don't have that belief and don't have that feel like my best tennis is still arguably the best on any given day, I think I've been a long ways from that for the past 9, 10 months.
At what points have you gotten most emotional during this whole process?
Moments hit you at random times. It can be the most simplest morning, you know, and at the local, you know, coffee house in the place you have played and spent your life, and or it can be, you know, walking through the halls for the last time, Wimbledon.
Have you cried?
Oh, I cry a lot, not just, you know, for this time. I mean, for me, it's, I've been moved in this sport on many different occasions for many different reasons, absolutely.
What's been harder, on your mind or on your body?
It's hard to separate them sometimes, you know. I think it started with the body, and then your mind sort of gets real tired, you know. You get tired of fighting battles that you know are only going to increase, you know. So it was a combination of that, plus family, plus looking at my life. I knew it was the right time.
What kind of adjustment is it going to be for your family to have you around a lot more?
Yeah, that's a better question for my wife. I think she's probably going to get more than she's bargaining for here, you know. I mean,
you and Steffi both had a very strong parent pushing you in this game. How does that influence the idea of your own kids playing?
I define success for my children as children capable of committing and pouring themselves entirely into whatever it is they choose. So if they chose tennis, I'd have to take a deep breath. It's not easy, you know. It's not easy. But if they were going to give themselves all to it, then I would not interfere with that.
Can you describe this guy for me? This is a photo of you around when you won Wimbledon in '92.
That's officially called pain right there. That's some things you'd rather forget. Sometimes it's better to not have options with your hair.
You, Pete Sampras, Michael Chang, Jim Courier. There's a point where you guys were all pretty tied up in each other. Back in your early 20s, what would you have said the odds were that you would have been around the longest?
That was impossible. I mean, I'm from Las Vegas, so if, I could probably put odds on that. It would have been thousands to one. It's one of the greatest gifts that has been given to me is the opportunity to actually do this at a time in my life when I can appreciate it and embrace it and absorb it and sort of know that it's how special it is.
What are you hoping to get out of this last U.S. Open experience?
It means the world to me to go back there again. It means the world to me to sort of end it there. That's my first Grand Slam I ever played, and it'll be my last. And it's mine. It's a U.S. Open. So it's I can't wait for it.
You can hear an extended version of Rachel's interview with Andre Agassi on ESPN 360. You just log on to ESPN360.com. Registration is free. Agassi plays the first match of his last Open Monday on Arthur Ashe Court against Andre Pavel. Agassi, 77-18 in his career at the U.S. Open, a two-time champion in '94, was the first unseeded man in the open air to win the Open. Unseeded again, so who knows? This Monday match with Pavel, part of the evening session at the National Tennis Center, so won't start before 8:30 Eastern.
Sunday Conversation, brought to you by Subaru. Safety of all-wheel drive, standard. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
I showed you the Yankees winning earlier, so the Red Sox need to win or they fall 6.5 back in the AL East. Red Sox trying to avoid the sweep. Last time they were swept in Seattle, September 1989, the Joe Morgan year, 6-2 and even. Saw Jay Buhner homer. There's Alvin Davis homering for the Jimmy Lefebvre Mariners, who finished 73 and 89 that year. So the Mariners go for the sweep in 2006 in their new ballpark. Bottom five, tied at 1, and that's a 4-run homer. For Raul Ibanez off Kyle Snyder, that breaks a 1-1 tie. It's 5-1. Ibanez having a good year. His 25th homer. Poppy, 17 homers in Fenway, 30 on the road. That equals 47. 4 more, he breaks the Red Sox single-season record. Now a 6-3 game. Mike Lowe also homered in this one. And look at Eric Kinski making a catch in right field. Top of 9, Mariners up, 6-3, 2 out. Javi Lopez, JJ Putt's not going to happen. Red Sox have lost 11 of 14, swept in Seattle for the first time since 1989. Nearly off the wild card standings, dropped to 5.5 back of the Twins. Red Sox 8-18 this month, the worst August record in the majors. Want to emphasize it. Astros and Buccos. Willie Taveras' hitting streak, about all that's left for both of these seasons. It's 29. First at bat, top one, facing Sean Chacon. Taveras, slow ground ball to third, and he beats it out. You know you're getting good when we get you your own chiclet. And Willie's up to 30 games. Then he swipes a bag. Speed is good. 2 batters later, Lance Berkman going to bring his man home. So you got an infield single, you got a stolen base, and then you scored from. That's one of the manufactured runs right there, and the Astros are up 1-0. Top 5, Berkman shows that he can mash as well. That's a big bopper there. 36th of the year, Astros go up 7. It's a beautiful ballpark when they hit the home run out there. It's the best. Bottom 7, Astros now up 12-1. Chris Duffy, liner to center, and here comes Willie, who has not had a put out in 30 straight games, but he made one here, and the Astros win it 13-1. Well, Taveras, the second player this season with a 30-game hit streak. Chase Utley with the other one. This is the 6th time in Major League Baseball history that 2 different players have had a hit streak of at least 30 games within the same season. Last to do it, 1999, Vlad Guerrero, Luis Gonzalez. All right, don't look now, but the Marlins are on a roll. Straight ahead, going for their 7th straight win. The Fish do it in dramatic fashion. NFL fantasy owners, why you should not waste your time on guys like Brian Urlacher, number 11 of our 25 fantasy football rules to draft by coming up. But first,
if Satan drove a race car, even he'd complain about the scorching heat on the racing oval.
Where in-car temperatures reach 130 degrees, improper hydration can have disastrous effects.
At Charlotte 99, I got so dehydrated, I started seeing double. I hit the wall at nearly 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour, and I forgot what happened after that.
You could just see the heat taking its toll. And I tell you, he was sweating buckets.
In those heat chambers, drivers can lose up to 10 pounds in a race.
The challenge? Get that into this and keep drivers hydrated.
In 2002, we worked with Matt and his crew to develop the Gatorade in-car drinking system, or GIDS, a device that hydrates drivers with hands-free Gatorade that stays cold for up to 6 hours.
Matt never gave back the GIDS. The next year, he won the cup.
I always did like science class.
From Charlotte to Chicago and beyond, the games never end, and the legend continues.
Turbocharged Acura RDX. Praised by man and machine, the all-new Acura RDX.
Your weekly fantasy football preparation begins with the Fantasy Show. Dominate the competition with help from fantasy guru Matthew Berry and Ron Jaworski on the only weekly show dedicated to fantasy football. The Fantasy Show premieres Thursday at 5:30 on ESPN2.
I feel very comfortable shopping at Maple Leaf because they treat me as an individual. They always treat me right and give me a fair price and are honest with me. Maple Leaf, Geneseo.
All over America, people are sleeping well and waking up more refreshed from better sleep, thanks to the comfortable mattresses from Denver Mattress. And to celebrate for this Labor Day, we're offering no payments and no interest until 2009. Take advantage of Denver Mattress's no payments and no interest until 2009 special offer. And we're sure you'll thank us in the morning, and the next morning, and the next, and the next. Denver Mattress. More mattress, less money.
We like Maple Leaf shuttle service because we're both busy people and we work in the Quad Cities. So it's nice to have a free loaner and that free service to help with the convenience of our busy lives.
Indy Grand Prix of Sonoma at Infineon Raceway. Scotty Dixon, born in Australia, lives in Indiana, 2003 IRL champ, came in 4th in the standings, 33 behind Hornish Jr. of Defiance, Ohio. He was good early. 19-year-old Marco Aandretti, he started 2nd. Now, lap 52, Dixon is going to pit. And we check out the front left tire here because that is the issue. We don't want our pit stops taking 19 seconds to complete. Oh, boy. I need that thing. Where's the thing that I need this thing? Oh, yeah. I don't need that thing. I got to get the lug nuts back on, and this is just a disaster. Dixon slipped to 12th after the pit, ends up finishing 4th, remains 4th in the standings. After the pit stop, Aandretti takes the lead from Dixon. Lap 60. Danica Patrick ran as high as 3rd, but had to pit with 11 laps to go. She would finish 8th. 8 laps to go. Uh-oh. Brian Hurd stalls and spins out. We got some static in the XM car. Caution flag. Andretti's lead is safe because he doesn't have to pit again. He goes 32 laps on 1 load of fuel, and he wins the first race of his career. Grandpa loves it. Daddy loves it. 19 years old. Marco, you're born in 1987.
My guys are the best in the business, you know. I got to say, awesome job to the NYSC crew. Consistent all day. Strategy was just brilliant.
Elio Craster-Nevis with a 1-point lead over Sam Hornish Jr. in the IndyCar standings. Season finale, peak antifreeze Indy 300 at Chicagoland Speedway, Sunday, September 10th, ABC 1:30. Craster-Nevis with a 1-point lead over Sam Hornish Jr. Marty, Rusty, Scott, break it down for me, fellas.
The celebration continues at Infineon Raceway, where 19-year-old rookie Marco Aandretti becomes the youngest winner in Indy Racing League history. Although it didn't start out that way, Scott Dixon led early. In fact, he led the most laps. But a problem late in the race. His last pit stop, the left front tire, they couldn't get it off smoothly. It would cost him dearly. He's still 4th. Sam Hornish came in the points leader. We didn't expect a lot from him, but he did manage a top 10 finish. Despite this spin, he kept it going. Elio Castro-Nevis did not contend for the win, but he does have the the points lead, albeit by 1 over his Penske Racing teammate, Sam Hornish. Take a look at the points. He's dropped back to third. It's 19 markers back to Dan Weldon and only 21 points to Scott Dixon. And remember, you get 50 for a race win. Let's bring in Scott Goodyear and Rusty Wallace. We told you this race was going to define the championship. It has.
Well, Marty, it shook it up just a little bit. Elio Castroneves took the lead back from his teammate Sam Hornish. Now, Sam, he did a pretty doggone good job today. He finished in the top 10. We know he's not a good road racer, but he kept on the track and did good. Only one spin, and he kept the motor running.
Let's look ahead to Chicago. What can we expect?
Marty, a completely different racetrack than here. It's a 1.5 mile high bank super speedway, 225 miles an hour. This is exactly where Sam Hornish is comfortable with. He has won there twice, and you know something? Penske seems to have a better car on the super speedways than Ganassi. I look for Penske to maybe dominate that event.
All right, you'll be able to see it on ABC. We'll have it for you in 2 weeks, Sunday, September 10th at 1:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
What a great shot that was right there. Mario Aandretti, of course, one of the greatest drivers of all time. Got his first win in 1965 at age 25. Went on to win 111 times, including the 1969 Indy 500. Son Michael got his first at Long Beach in 1986. Michael was 23 at the time. He won 42 champ car races. And then Sunday, after finishing runner-up at the Indy 500, Michael's son Marco, first career win at 19 years old.
That's a racing family there. Nationals Braves. Alfonso Soriano traded to at least 6 different teams this season, yet still in that Washington uniform.
That worked out.
Doubles off the wall to left. Soriano would eventually score, as he does. He was 4 for 5, 3 doubles. Bottom third, man on first, tied at 4-2 outs. Jeff Franco intentionally walked. Third inning, we're intentionally walking, guys. Brian McCann, a looper. Just a little looper. Henry Mateo can't get it. Edgar Renteria scores. Braves go up 5-4. So what are we going to do now? Matt Diaz, he gets an intentional walk. Bases chucked again. In the third inning again. Hey, the merry-go-round starts from Adam LaRouche with the base knock. Diaz, Francoeur, McCann all score. Braves go up 8-4, win 13-6. Kids don't intentionally walk people in the third.
Florida Marlins catcher Matt Trainer said over the weekend, people in South Florida should be ashamed of themselves. It would be good to see some support for these guys. 13,544 to watch this one to the ninth. Florida got 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. They fought back in this one, and oh boy, Joe Borowski for the save. No, David Bell's first homer as a Brewer. Numbers have gone down since the trade. Hasn't worked out well. Bottom 9, same score. Lefty Brian Schaus on the hill, and Jeremy Hermidi has great plate judgment. He gets the walk. Joe Girardi has to go to the bench, but he has to go with Mike Jacobs, who can't hit lefties.
Jacobs puts it down the line. Hermine around second. Ball into the corner. Hermine around third. Jeremy coming home. Ball game!
Marlins walk-off, 7th straight win. They're just 3 games under 500. And boy, this team continues to impress. 7th straight win. Again, moving them 3 games back of the Reds in the wild card. Their ultimate hitter, Miguel Cabrera, just 23 years old, 31 RBIs this month, a franchise record for any month. Ultimate hitter, lots of ultimate highlights.
The ultimate highlight. Brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you?
1, 2, 3, go! You got it! You got it! You got it! You got it! I know you got soul! Hey! If you didn't win being here,
That's an amazing play.
I know you got soul!
Oh, what a play!
If you didn't win, say that thing!
Unbelievable effort. China wins.
Hit me with the beat! Hey! Because it makes me sing!
Spectacular Cowboy touchdown.
I know you got soul! Hey! If you didn't win being here,
It's up in the building right now.
I know you got the feeling!
He just didn't see the baseball.
The way you move on the dial. I know you got soul. Hey, if you did the music was zip. Fred just wants to go right down.
Back-to-back home runs. 10-4. Got the lead in half. 10. They got the run. And we got a ball game. It's 10-9. It's 13-10. 11-13. Indians lead it. Clark
Quencher. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Still ahead on the program from the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Don't miss how a ragtag team of virtual strangers came together to become state champs. And the Broncos look good on Sunday. We'll see more of that this fall. We'll find out. Much of it depends on one man. Up next, who will be the difference maker this season in Denver?
If Satan drove a race car, even he'd complain about the scorching heat on the racing oval. Where in-car temperatures reach 130 degrees, improper hydration can have disastrous effects.
At Charlotte 99, I got so dehydrated I started seeing double. I hit the wall at nearly 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour, and I forgot what happened after that.
You could just see the heat taking its toll. And I tell you, he was sweating buckets.
In those heat chambers, drivers can lose up to 10 pounds in a race.
The challenge? Get that into this and keep drivers hydrated.
In 2002, we worked with Matt and his crew to develop the Gatorade in-car drinking system, or GIDS, a device that hydrates drivers with hands-free Gatorade that stays cold for up to 6 hours.
Matt never gave back the GIDS. The next year, he won the cup.
I always did like science class.
From Charlotte to Chicago and beyond, the games never end, and the legend continues.
Mondays, usually the day weekend projects are put on hold. It's another day of that one guy asking,
How was your weekend?
And you saying too short, and him saying,
I hear that.
But Monday Night Football is coming to ESPN, and soon Mondays will mean that one guy asking,
Where you watch the game tonight?
And you saying at the crib, and him saying,
Cool if I roll by?
And you saying no. So look on the bright side. This Monday is one Monday closer to Monday Night Football.
Lose your ball?
No, it's right here. I'm just thinking about my next shot.
Thinking?
Yeah, just thinking.
Always a good idea, my young friend.
Bye, hon. Find us a good one.
Bye.
With over 1.5 million vehicle listings to choose from on Cars.com, you can find the right car for you.
There it is.
Find the right car for you. Cars.com.
In 2005, Carson Palmer led the Bengals to a rare place for them, the playoffs. His postseason lasted one snap. Now Palmer's ready to take his first step back. Brett Favre hasn't missed a start in 14 years. Do the Packers have enough with him? Packers-Bengals at 8 Eastern on ESPN's Monday Night Football.
After insisting that he would rather retire than play another season for the Green Bay Packers, wide receiver Javon Walker got his wish on draft day. Now the Broncos hope they have a bookend to complement perennial go-to guy Rod Smith. We emphasize the word hope. ESPN.com's Greg Garber has more on the difference maker in Denver.
Two seasons ago, wide receiver Javon Walker was as good as it gets in Green Bay. 89 catches, 1,382 yards, and 12 touchdowns.
Javon Walker, a sensational play. He took it away from the cornerback and turned it upfield to a 50-yard touchdown.
But in the first game of the 2005 season, Walker tore the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. Only 7 months after surgery, the Broncos sent the Packers a second-round pick for his services and gave him a $42 million contract, $15 million of it guaranteed.
I knew we were getting a quality person. And then, you know, you take a look at his Pro Bowl year, you take a look at some of the catches that he made, how he blocked, how he would compete. I thought it was a natural for us if we could get him.
$42 million is some would say that's a risk on a right knee that's surgically repaired.
Well, it depends. You know, I think bringing in a player like myself, yeah, a lot of people say it's a risk, but the player that I know that I am, I'm going to prove that it's not. And the caliber of player for what Coach Shanahan and the staff and the rest of the organization, you know, they had a lot of confidence in that.
He's a big physical receiver who's got great hands, will go up and get the ball, has a great timing and knack for going up and getting the ball in traffic, and you know, fits into this system really well.
The Broncos have taken it slowly with Walker, limiting him to just one of 2 daily practices in training camp. Still, there have been brief flashes of that dazzling 2004 form.
I would think that he would start playing at that level once we start the season. You know, if he can stay healthy and he plays like he did at Green Bay, obviously he's going to be a big-time playmaker. He's a big-time playmaker at Green Bay, and I would expect him to do the same here.
He's getting open, getting in the right spots. I've been able to hook up with him a few times, and as the season goes, we'll just keep getting better in that regard.
Javon, I mean, his knee's still hampering him a little bit. I mean, he's still kind of getting over the mental thing of a knee injury and what happens with that. But he's made some plays out there that, I mean, everyone just looks around and shakes their head like, I mean, they haven't had that around here for a while.
Are you capable this year of doing what you did in 2004, putting up those numbers?
Yes. If given the opportunity, yes.
Those were ridiculous numbers.
Without a doubt. If I have the opportunity to make plays, they will be made, because I'm on the process and on the right track of doing what I've done all training camp, and I don't see it. I don't see why not.
Walker had 3 catches for 41 yards Sunday night against the Texans for the Broncos. Now, a healthy Walker would add some much-needed scoring ability to the Broncos receiving corps. Despite making the playoffs last season, Denver's receivers ranked in the bottom 5 in the NFL in touchdown catches. Walker had 12 TDs alone in 2004, his last healthy season.
Royals, Blue Jays. Ted Lilly throwing for Toronto. His last outing, you recall, did not go well, ended worse. Heated argument with manager John Gibbons on the mound in the clubhouse tunnel. Top third, we're tied at 1. Mike Sweeney, 2-run shot, his 5th of the year. Royals take a 3-1 lead. Get out! But you know what? His boys got his back. Bottom third, same score. Following a walk that loaded the bases, it's time to play Name That Molina. That'd be Benji with the money ball. Grand slam, 3rd of his career off Odalis Perez. The Blue Jays take a 5-3 lead. Bottom 6, Lilly gets up a walk. Gibbons comes to take him out, uneventful. Even exchanged thank you notes. Very civil. Jays won 10-6. Devil Rays, Orioles. Baltimore traded Jeff Conine to the Phillies immediately following this contest. Basically, it's Miggy's highlight anyway. Miguel Tejada. Got that? Damon Hollins. He thought he had a base hit, don't you think? Look at it again. I mean, there's in the hole. Then there's just being out there in left field on the warning track and making that throw. Bottom 8, Orioles trailing 4-3. There's Conine, who was 1 for 3. Drove in 2. Game tied at 4. And then, hey, thanks. Love everything you've done for you, but they need a right-handed bat and veteran leadership in Philly. On your way. Top 9. Hollins again. There's Tejada. Give me a break. That's, hey, fielder's choice, right? That's still 0 for 1 in the book. Tejada, so good defensively. And then offense, what do you got for us? Miguel, bottom 9. Game tied at 4. 2 runners on. I should just be quiet and let Miggy wash over us. Terrific. O's win their 2nd straight walk-off game. It is 5-4.
John Hooker, a former Kentucky baseball player who played in the minor leagues, was among the 49 people killed when a commuter jet crashed during takeoff Sunday at Bluegrass Airport in Lexington, Kentucky. Initial reports have the plane crashing at the end of a runway too short for takeoff. John Hooker signed a free agent contract with the White Sox in 2001 and played professionally for independent league teams. He was married Saturday. He and his wife Scarlett were on their way to their honeymoon.
When we continue here on the program, how effective, perhaps ineffective, Reggie Bush has been for the Saints this preseason. Phillip Rivers looking less than effective in his 3rd preseason game. Should the Charger fans be concerned? Drew Brees in New Orleans, and New Orleans straight ahead. From the chaos of Hurricane Katrina comes something worth cheering about, literally.
by 16 aircraft engineers. Their spirit lives on. Introducing the all-new Saab 97X. Once you've built jets, you don't build just another SUV. Saab, born from jets. Test pilots wanted for the Saab summer event. Take off in a new Saab before September 5th.
They think you're an assassin.
I am being framed.
He has one shot.
Who sent you?
To expose the truth.
Holster your weapon! The traitor is still out there. He's going down.
The Sentinel, on a Tuesday.
Red Zone Clear Gel, our strongest clear gel ever.
Play fantasy football for free at ESPN.com. With info from ESPN's experts built into the game and all the tools you'll need to win, including the exclusive mock draft lobby. Play for free at ESPN.com.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is on now. Check out the roomy Tundra Double Cab. And it's a great time to buy the unstoppable Tundra. Right now, get $299 a month for 36 months with $699 due at signing on Tundra Double Cab. Or get $2,500 customer cash or 0% APR for 48 months on the rugged Tundra. And get $2,000 customer cash on the versatile 4Runner. The clock's ticking. Catch the Toyota Time nationwide clearance event today. Toyota, moving forward.
He's got the look. He's got the charm. Unfortunately,
Live with your parents.
Matthew McConaughey.
Is there a problem? No.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
He's smart, sweet, he's cute. How cute? Cute.
Failure to launch. Now on demand. Enjoy the comforts of home when you rent with your remote.
Take a stick of dynamite to get me out of my parents' house.
Rated PG-13. Rent with your remote today.
What to watch for Monday? Little League World Series Championship game, which you wanted to watch for Sunday. But kids from Georgia and Japan rained out in Williamsport, so try again. Ball game can be seen ESPN2 HD Monday, 8 Eastern.
Nice Sparky Jackers. Bummed. Monday Night Football. Bengals Packers, 8 Eastern, ESPN. Carson Palmer hasn't played since reconstructive knee surgery, hasn't even been tackled in practice. Monday night, Carson Palmer makes his return to the Bengal lineup.
When in your mind did you target this Monday night as the night to start?
About 6 weeks ago, 5 or 6 weeks ago, right before training camp, I sat down with Marvin and the trainer, Bob Mangini, and we kind of set out a date, and it happened to be this game, and we shot for it and said, you know, if there's bumps in the road, if there's swelling, if there's something that happens, then we'll slow you down and back you off a little bit. I've been fortunate enough to be able to work through all that and get to this day.
When you think about that very first snap Monday night, what thought goes through your mind?
I'm hoping the only thing going through my mind is what coverage it is and where the ball goes. You know, and that's part of the deal is we needed to set back a date that not only am I 100% healthy and ready to play, that I'll be on the field just thinking about football and not thinking about my knee.
Susie Culber, part of our Monday Night Football team. Now, only once in the Bengals' history have they made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Just once. They went to the Super Bowl following the 1981 season. Then they went 7-2 in the 82 strike-shortened season. They returned to the postseason in 2005 after a 14-year absence.
The storm blew through a year ago. Unbelievably strong, unimaginably devastating, and yet not entirely unthinkable. In fact, high school basketball coach Alan Collins thought, this is not a drill. This is the one we all feared, as he evacuated New Orleans with Hurricane Katrina and her fury bearing down on the Gulf Coast. Collins was all too correct. Now in a city inching toward recovery, Tom Rinaldi reports on the amazing Katrina comeback of a team scattered by the storm.
When I got back, I saw houses in the middle of the street. It was just a mind-boggling experience.
Basically, this is my Katrina house. I have my Kevin Garnett poster right there. Kevin Garnett, that's my boy.
They were 10 players from 5 neighborhoods. To understand where the Patriots of John Ehret High School ended up, you need to know where they began. Pick a player like Gary Davis and start with the water flooding his home.
When I first got in the water, it was like, this water is cold, first of all. And then I realized there might be some things I might see that I don't want to see.
Davis spent 10 hours in the floodwaters and then 4 days on a highway overpass, wondering when or if he would be rescued.
Where, if anywhere, was basketball in your mind?
Basketball was always on my mind.
When I first came back, I had nowhere to live. I just came back because I had a job, and we were going to have a season.
What were your thoughts upon first returning regarding your team?
My team wasn't a team. My team was scattered across North America.
When the storm-battered high school reopened last October, Coach Alan Collins made hundreds of calls locating old players and searching for new ones. He found Christian Wall, who had evacuated to Boston but came home. Carl Cobbins, a football player willing to try a new sport. And Davis, who in December became the last to join the patchwork roster.
I said, Coach, I want to try out. He said, no, do you want to play? I said, okay, I want to play.
10 players in all, 4 from schools closed by Katrina. Their only bond, a basketball. And it wasn't big enough to share.
What was the problem?
The problem was everything. Everybody wanted to be the man.
We had no chemistry. We didn't believe in one another. We didn't like one another.
At the center of the tension, senior forward Brian Randolph, a star before the storm at his previous school.
He wasn't humble. He just wasn't our kind of kid.
Brian wanted the ball all the time. He just had to have the ball in his hand. And then that wasn't the bad part. He didn't play no defense.
It was like I whine too much. I just won't do what I want to do. I need to go back where I came from. And I said if I could go back where I came from, I would. Told me there was a bunch of cowards.
The turning point came in mid-January when the coaches stopped a practice and started a game. Brian Randolph versus his teammates, 1-on-5.
Coach gave Brian the ball, and he said, try to beat all of them by yourself. So Brian went to dribbling. He was really trying. We kept taking the ball from him. And he just said, all right, Coach, I understand.
The lesson took hold. This collection of strangers began playing as one.
I passed it to Brian, and Brian passed it back, and I was like, he passed it, and I missed the layup.
Why?
I was surprised, and it was like, Brian passing him out? He coming along.
After the devastation of Katrina, after 11 regular season losses, the Patriots entered the state tournament transformed and reached the championship game, facing Woodlawn High, a perennial powerhouse from across the state. Mighty Woodlawn instantly showed its talent.
This one is good, and it goes to... Over the rim goes Wells.
Still, the game was tied at halftime, and by the fourth quarter, the Patriots had the lead.
At the other end, flying in the air and way over the hoop.
Then, with 18 seconds left, former outsider Brian Randolph sealed the victory.
The basket by Randolph.
As the clock ticked down to 0, what went through you?
We stayed champs. Katrina didn't stop us.
John Ehret beat the #1 team in the state.
Of course, a championship does not rebuild a city. But it does provide a city something to build on. Something like hope.
Unfortunately for some, it'll be Katrina for the rest of their lives. And that's just the sobering reality we have to live with. To me, their heroes because they set aside themselves to do something that collectively was better for everyone.
At the beginning, you couldn't get us to walk around with each other at school. Now we act like we're brothers.
Again, Tom Rinaldi reporting there. Classes started back at the high school 2 weeks ago, and so far, Hurricane season has been a tame one, although it's pretty early. 3 of Coach Collins' players will be back for this basketball season, and several others will continue on in their careers playing at junior colleges.
Tough act to follow, but we'll try with a pair of playoff contenders currently playing without their big play receivers coming up while the Pats and Cowboys are doing just fine as is. And folks making plays all week long here on SportsCenter, even for just 2 crummy points coming up. Who went all out to make this week's top 10?
Wilson over for a look, reaches in. Did he get it? He caught the ball. That's an amazing play.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has up to 150 extra college football games. Key matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football. ESPN Game Plan is available on TV and online. To order, call your pay-per-view provider or go to ESPN.com. Search Game Plan.
They said it could not be done. miles per gallon from a Hummer.
We've been to Maryland, seashore, crab cakes and die for.
Gainesville, Lake June, on our second honeymoon.
Quality took a swim, a mile in the gym.
Spent the night Crater Lake side of our first date.
Roswell on the go. Was that a UFO?
On the road we will stay. It's vacation every day. I've been everywhere, man.
This fall, stay at any Comfort Inn, Comfort Suites, Quality Inn, Sleep Inn, or Clarion Hotel. After 2 separate stays, you'll earn a free night with Choice Privileges. For reservations, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
Got everything?
Yeah.
Any bags today?
Not today.
Computers, cell phones, electronic devices. Have your bags, please.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Luggage.
No.
Hello. Got it.
Do you have everything?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get started.
With Microsoft software, you've got what you need in the palm of your hand.
Does it make phone calls too?
Watch this.
What's going on? I don't know. We never played this late before.
The sure sign of summer. Budweiser Select. Brewed longer for a bold taste that finishes clean. Expect everything.
'Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the
SportsCenter's 25 fantasy football rules to draft by. Rule number 11.
Rule number 11 of your fantasy football draft is to wait on defenses. Statistically, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Over the last 3 years, the number one fantasy defense has averaged 166 fantasy points, according to ESPN's fantasy scoring system. The number 12 defense over the last 3 years, 122 points. That 44-point difference over a 17-week season. It's only 3 points a game. I see a lot of guys grabbing Chicago or grabbing Carolina in the middle rounds, and statistically, it just doesn't make that much sense. I'll give you another number that'll freak you out.
Over the past 3 years, Tampa Bay and Miami, two good fantasy defenses, have averaged 120 fantasy points a year. The Detroit Lions, 121. Statistically, defenses don't matter in fantasy. Wait on them. Draft them in your second to last round just before your kickers. That is rule number 11.
You're going to have all these rules. More football on ESPN.com, including the latest from Len Pasquarelli, who writes, don't expect the Deion Branch situation in New England to be resolved anytime soon, and we're already a month in there. All aboard the SportsCenter Express. Okay, none of these guys concerned about Tuesday's cut day, that's for sure. Reggie Bush, 88 yards rushing so far. Still hasn't found the end zone. He's 6 yards per carry. Good, average, inflated perhaps by a 44-yard run against Tennessee. The Titans, Vince Young hasn't thrown for a score. He's 21 of 40 in 3 games. He has rushed for 61 yards, second best on the Titans, who, according to the Tennessean, are about to add QB Kerry Collins. Matt Leinart just averaged in his first Cards game. Was great Friday night, though. 12 straight completions at one point, 144 yards and a touchdown in a win over the bear-down Chicago Bears. Patriots not having any problems minus Branch. They beat the Redskins 41-0 Saturday. In the preseason, they've scored 94 points, and the defense, now with Junior Seau, has allowed just 29. No, T.O. isn't keeping the boys off the scoreboard either. Terry Glenn has 2 touchdown receptions. Dallas scoring 57 points, just 17 allowed. They are 3-0 in the preseason. Again, preseason, they erase all that when the regular season starts. Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers fumbled 3 times Saturday, hurt his throwing shoulder. Passing stats solid otherwise. 30 for 46, 333 yards. Team says his shoulder will be okay.
Champions Tour has 5 majors. This is one, jailed win tradition. Lonnie Nielsen, Eduardo Romero about to start their playoff, and oh boy. Lonnie got a tough break there from the bunker. That's in jail. He's pretty much done. Eduardo Romero for birdie and the win. Get that out of the mulch. There it is. Oh, Dolly, I'm hot today. He wins in the first playoff hole. First victory in the Champions Tour. He becomes the second international player to win the tradition. LPGA. Wendy's Championship for Children. Lorena Ochoa having a real solid year, seeking her 3rd win. Birdie attempt, outside left edge, perfect speed, nails the putt on the par 4 13th. Next hole, par 5 approach.
Oh, that's a beautiful view there.
Beautiful track. Actually got to play this once.
So, you know, you've played everywhere.
No, I really haven't. That's a beautiful shot there. 15 feet uphill. Now to the 18th, par 4, looking to save par and win. She does. 65, 24 under. All right, straight ahead, the top 10 plays of the week. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy picking just 10. Could a rookie run away with our top spot? Find out next.
One man to beat. No flags down. 98 yards, touchdown for the rookie, D'Angelo Williams.
With over 1.5 million vehicle listings to choose from on Cars.com, you can find the right car for you.
That's it?
Find the right car for you. Cars.com.
We gotta be more efficient. What would Shuford do?
We gotta think big. What would Carter Litwin do?
What would Watkins Worldwide do?
We've got to be more nimble.
What would those guys at Hornstein do?
Visa helps make businesses of any size more efficient, whether your company's big
I got it.
or just your ideas are. Your business is your life. Life takes Visa.
I think I'm taking Larry Johnson first.
Wait, I win the Heisman, not even go first in my own league? That's messed up.
Okay. With the first pick, I take our boy Reggie Bush.
Cool, I'll take LJ. Oh, LJ's ranked #1 all over ESPN. I can't believe you took me first. I was dumb.
Everything you need to dominate your fantasy league. Sign up for a free 30-day trial and get a $150 signing bonus. See mobileespn.com for details.
Reason number 11 why you should own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. They cost less to operate than any other brand. Their multi-layer insulation system locks out the cold and reuses the heat generated by the spa's engine. So whether your spa is indoors or out, it'll cost less than $1 a day to operate, allowing you to relax, knowing that you own the most energy-efficient hot tub in the world. Call to receive a free DVD and 48-page brochure and learn the most important reason. Buying direct, you can own a ThermoSpa for only a few dollars a day. Call now and we'll include free delivery, free chemicals, and a $400 cash coupon. This $1,000 offer is free.
Call 800-355-0606.
ThermoSpas. Luxurious hot tubs made affordable.
The pressure of being the hometown favorite, having to overtake one of the legends of the sport, and the toughest fishing of the year. Scott Rook handled all of the above and won his first Bassmaster tournament at the Legends event on the Arkansas River in Little Rock. Rook started the day more than 3 pounds behind the veteran Shaw Grigsby, but Grigsby zeros on championship day, and Rook worked the stretch of river he's fished for 20 years to win with 4 fish and a 2-day total of 15 pounds, 4 ounces. A $250,000 payday to Rook for his first win. Full coverage of the Legends Saturday, September 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. For ESPN Outdoors, I'm Tommy Sanders.
Major League Lacrosse, Philadelphia Barrage trying for their second MLL title in 3 years. Second quarter, 12-7 Philly. Roy Colsey, 20 yards out. He had 6 goals and 2 helpers in this game. Philly up 14-7. Then B.J. Prager with a nice behind-the-back goal. And Philly wins 21-11, then goes on to win 23-12. Here we go. Plays of the week. Number 10, Fred. Wednesday, Cardinals met Steve Traxel, popped it up, and Preston Wilson. You kind of lose him behind the first row of fellas, and thankfully they were all cut from their JV team out there on Long Island. And he just reaches right behind him. And yeah, by the way, Preston Wilson's a Cardinal. You might have slipped by.
Yes.
I just slipped by.
Number 9, Saturday, Bucks Jags. Oh, we got the fake kick. Josh Bidwell, the pass. It appears to be intercepted by Donovan Darius, but look at Dwayne White. Rip that thing out of there. It is mine. I'm a defensive lineman. I don't get in there very often. I'm going to take it. Number 9, by the way, in top players, you win live bait. So it's good for him.
Driver 8, take a break. You know, the Pirates used to have a Tavares. Remember him? Willie?
Yes.
Or Frank, I mean?
Frank.
Frankie played shortstop during the 70s, late 70s. And that's Willie, though. And not only can he play defense, but he also has a 30-game hitting streak. Beautiful catch on Sunday.
Number 7, this is for luggage.
Okay.
Sean Merriman, tip, pass, got it. Oh, look at that again. Seahawks, Chargers. Excellent work. Whee! Tip drill. Usually that involves other people.
Number 6, steaming pie. Steve Finley to right, Ryan Friel. Oh, did he? Oh, he get it?
Yeah, he got it.
Sometimes you got to use the right bicep. Okay, you go basket, then you bring in the right bi. You know, concentration curls, Johnny. Preacher curls, excellent straight bars, the best.
Number 5, Jim Furyk.
What do you get for this?
It costs you.
Buick?
Yeah, you gotta pay out there in the clubhouse on 15. Furyk, who's going to finish 3rd in the tournament, -9, but that's an ace, and actually I think a piece of crystal maybe. Right?
Number 4, Bobby Orr will give you a free Easton stick here. Brand new one right off the shelf, and it's D'Angelo Williams. And this is some speed. This is 98 yards. They're talking big in Carolina.
He runs like he wants to make the club.
They think they're going all the way. They won this game 19-10 against Miami.
Number 3, Thursday, Basketball World Championship, China, Slovenia. Wang Shai-Peng throws in the three-pointer at the buzzer, and China wins 78-77. Excellent work. I don't know what you get at number 3.
Hey, Wang, it's a home game. Lot. Number 2, Astros, Pirates. The Pirates lead the world in prettiest double plays the last, 5 years. Jose Castillo flips it to Freddie Sanchez. He goes 360, and then we got a nice scoop at first, and we're at number 1.
Number 1, Cowboys Saints, Drew Bledsoe to Terry Glenn. Terry Glenn, one-handed catch, 2 feet down. Oh, and then a bit of a jig.
I like the
on the back. Excellent. The end. Dallas won in a rout and a new car for Terry Glenn. Woo! Up next, a milestone moment, not only for Tiger Woods, but for sports as well. Straight ahead, Tiger, before he became the greatest golfer in the world.
Every summer, there's a movie that takes you by surprise.
Where'd you play your college ball? I didn't play college ball.
Audiences and critics agree. Invincible is the one film you can't miss. 2 thumbs up. Awe-inspiring. A rousing achievement.
I told you not to get your hopes up. Didn't mean that I wasn't.
If you don't stand up and cheer, you don't have a pulse.
giant shirt. Were you trying to get me killed here?
Invincible, inspired by a true story. Rated PG, now playing.
I am a man. I am what I am. I am a man. I am a man. I do what I can. I am alive. I am a man. I am what I am. I am a man.
If you stink, it wouldn't matter if you were the last guy on Earth. Try new long-lasting Red Zone Clear Gel from Old Spice. Our strongest clear gel ever.
Champagne, gentlemen.
Don't worry, I got us covered. What is that? It's Coors Light Cooler Box. 18 plastic bottles and a ready-made cooler. All we need is ice. Genius.
The Go Anywhere Coors Light Cooler Box. Just add ice and enjoy.
To the bride.
Coors Light. Taste the cold.
One thing you can always predict about the weather, it's unpredictable. That's why Goodyear engineers created Triple Tread technology. It's got an ice zone for gripping power in icy conditions, aqua chutes to move water away from the tire, and a dry zone for confident maneuvering. Get superior traction in any weather condition. Goodyear's Triple Tread technology. Now available on Forterra for SUVs and Assurance for cars. So you're always prepared on the wings of Goodyear.
Announcing the Subaru All-Wheel Deal Model Year Clearance. There's never been a better time to buy the Subaru Outback and Forester. Right now, get an Outback 2.5i with amazing 0% APR financing and $2,000 cash back. The all-wheel drive Outback and Forester. Both are great alternatives to gas-guzzling SUVs.